you're passing a fire alarm that's blaring. Ignoring it doesn't stop the danger, it just stops you from hearing it. Tantrums in toddlers are like emotional alarms, signaling that something inside them needs attention. Ignoring them may quiet things temporarily, but it often doesn't address what is really going on. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nikita, a conscious parenting coach, and today on episode 8 of our 14-day series on understanding toddler tantrums, let's dive into why ignoring tantrums usually is not the answer. As parents, it can be tempting to ignore tantrums in hopes they'll pass. But as we discussed in previous episodes, tantrums are a developmental milestone, a way for toddlers to express emotions they can't yet regulate or verbalize. Their brains are still developing, especially the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for self-regulation and decision-making. At this stage, they don't have the tools to manage their big emotions, and a tantrum becomes a natural release of that frustration or disappointment. Research on child development and neuroscience shows that ignoring a child during a tantrum can send the message that their emotions don't matter, which can lead to feelings of shame or insecurity. Studies also highlight that when children feel dismissed, they may become more prone to tantrums, not less, as they try harder to get the connection and understanding that they need. Emotional neglect, even if unintentional, has lasting effects. Dr. John Gottman, a leading researcher on emotional development, found that children who feel emotionally validated have higher resilience and better emotional regulation. When we ignore a child's cry for attention or understanding, they can feel a break in that connection. But acknowledging a tantrum doesn't mean giving in. The goal is to separate their feelings from their behavior. For instance, if your toddler is on the floor crying because they want candy at the store, acknowledge the emotion. You could say, "I see you're upset because you really wanted that candy." This validation helps them feel understood without rewarding the behavior of the tantrum. You can offer comfort or a hug, but still hold the boundary. You could even let them know that you're going to carry them away and move to a quiet place or outside and be with them. It is okay to let them cry. Eventually, they will understand that throwing a fit will not get them things, but it helps them feel seen while teaching them to handle disappointment. That is, it teaches them that while they are allowed to feel disappointed, it doesn't mean their emotions will always change the situation. Repeated responsive parenting actually shapes the brain. When you acknowledge and validate your child's feelings, their brain releases oxytocin. It is a bonding hormone, and that helps them feel more safe and supported. So this strengthens the neural pathways associated with emotional regulation in their brain, which helps them manage their emotions better as they grow. On the other hand, children who are often ignored may experience an increased release of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which can impact their mental and emotional development over time. So in the long term, they might struggle more with managing emotions independently. Ignoring tantrums might seem like the easiest solution, but engaging with them with empathy is much more beneficial for your child's emotional and brain development. When your child is in the middle of a tantrum, do you tend to ignore it or engage? How can you help them feel more understood without rewarding negative behavior? Share your experiences below, and don't forget to subscribe if you're finding this series helpful. See you in the next video.